Frostin'. All right, not a good sign when your teammate is called I am boosted XD. Yo, Shaq? Shaqsta, no less? What the? Eculos. Ah. Angled that one wrong. Went a little past where I could have got the reset. Hopefully teammate doesn't get beat here. Oh my god, he almost got beat there. That would have been like so tragic. Wait, that's crazy. Oh my god, if I committed that heavy, I would have had him beat. No shot, you used your own comp. Shit. Oh, never mind, you just used it. I thought you typed it in yourself and then said good comms. I was like, wow. I was debating doing some E33. We'll see how rank goes. I was playing offline and I was literally could not lose, so I was like, you know what, might as well queue. Steelers or Texans? I want Texans to win. AG Bogle. I think Texans defense are really fun. I like watching good defenses. I just don't know if the offense has the sauce. Nico Collins going for 200 yards receiving now. Stratus fumbled twice. Oh. That's okay, just more room for the defense to shine. Oh my god, hit that harder next time, Taco. Well, has he fumbled twice or has he been stripped twice? Those are two different things, you know? Like, they're technically fumbles, but forced fumbles versus, like, he's just coughing it up. You got us on squads? Well, there you go. Grinding out. Happy Monday? No such thing. I did get a couple meetings scheduled, so it was a good Monday. You know what's actually crazy? I'm calling all these like much smaller businesses with way less going on, and I cannot get like a call back or get through their voicemail. And then meanwhile, I called like 2 like enterprise level accounts. These are like multi-billion-dollar companies. And I get a pickup within like 2 rings. Like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, this is blah, 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 blah. This is Jeff from blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, what's up? And then they immediately talk to me. I'm like, I feel like that would be the opposite. Like those like big companies would be like way more like standoffish. What the? Did not realize it's a 1v1. Low key. That's really funny. Oh, that's funny. I played the 50 and he didn't play the 50. But are they as amusing to spectate as me on your team? This size companies have more resources to take this call. Yeah, but except it's not like I'm getting the direct guy. I'm calling like the director of security for like an entire multi-billion-dollar corporation. He's like, hello? I'm just like, wait, what? Like, why are you picking up? I expected to get like a secretary or something. Like, hello, you've reached the office of Joe da-da-da. It was really funny. I was 2 for 2. I reached both of them like first ring or like first call. Hockey definitely up there. Crazy. Crazy hockey slander, low-key. Oh, I wasn't even trying to beat him on that one, but that's in! All right. Baked Muffin, share some of your Wi-Fi with me, please. Dallas server BB. I got my police interview. You're becoming a Canadian policeman? A Mountie? Are you gonna ride on a moose? Told me to relax and not think about it. I don't know if the advice of not thinking about it is helpful. That'd be gas, not gonna lie. Dude, I always forget how large moose are. And then I'll see a video of one and I'm like, oh my God. I totally get why people like used to tell like, or like Native Americans would like think of them as like mythical creatures of the forest. Those things are like the size of a, like they're literally like, think of the largest car you can think of and a moose is bigger than that. God, I love it when I touch it super far away and down. Yeah, some police have can't. Why would you turn when you saw that I turned, Lux? Are you brain damaged? Meese are pretty large. I don't know if they're called meese. I think it's like deer, like it's its own plural. Besides, Misa is the plural of mouse, obviously. Oh, I tried to get the lightest little touch, and I did. Oh, and they gave it away. This is a weird game, chat. There's a video of a moose crossing the street, and this guy was driving like a GMC, and the moose was like looking down at the driver. I'm like, Jesus, dude, they're like 10 feet tall. Or maybe not that tall, but they're pretty freaking tall. So is fish? Yeah, obviously. Have you ever taken English class? So Shaq, what is exactly your job? Are you like working as like an intern at the station or something? Or are you like applying to the academy? All right. That was a donk and a half right there. Bonjour, Zig. Yeah, we're starting to click on the YouTube algo again, though. My shorts are getting synced, which is nice. We're coming back, chat. Did not expect him to throw it away. Cool. I'm just going to trust that he's not going to immediately score and teammate's going to get this. Let's go. Let's go. The interview to get into the academy. Well, best of luck, my dude. I'm sure you'll do just fine. Oh, I was trying to get the lightest level 50, and then the guy went past me, so I was like, oh. I'm just gonna 50 that hard. Nice. Nice control, Lux. Nice control! My God! He did not see that coming. I would say the only thing you really need to prep for interviews like that is just look up common questions that you're probably going to be asked and then just prep your answer to that. And make sure you can answer it naturally without having to pre-plan what you're saying. Too much, at least. I have never interviewed for a job and failed to get it, so that's my advice to you. Remember, come off like a sane human being. That's all you need to do. Also, if they crack a joke, crack one back. Don't feel too nervous to do that. Because part of job interviews, I mean, it's a little different for the academy, I'm sure. But like, part of job interviews I've learned is learning how to vibe with the person you're talking to. There's definitely people, I don't think it's explicitly what people dictate acceptances on, but there's definitely people who don't get offered jobs because they're just a wet blanket and they're just kind of like this stiff as a bored person, and people are like, this guy's kind of weird. Can't interview for a job, they never get back to you. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he's got an interview. He's walking into one. Believe me, I applied to 250 jobs, I think. I forgot my total count. I think it was 280 before I eventually got my job. That's a few jobs. Yeah, that's a little bit. Easy gold. See, you got 315 this stream or no? Oh, oops, sorry, I didn't set my donut goal. No, that was last stream. Yeah, we're gangbusters now. I gotta reset it. Can you coach me? I don't know. Can I coach you? Oh, might be a goal. Wait, teammates the GOAT? Hello? Just trying to play it side. Plays them only gold? Well, good thing for golds is that you're very easy to coach in the sense that you just need to learn how to hit the ball in a straight line. You'll be fine. The biggest thing with interviews is you can say, I don't know, instead of taking a gamble on BSing. That's actually underrated advice, low-key, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people just try to guess and act like they're doing stuff. But I find it kind of refreshing when I used to interview people and they would be like, I don't know, off the top of their head. Because it's just like, oh, okay. I know, it shows a level of humility that I like. I'm sorry, teammate, if I was on that one. I tried to alt-tab and I didn't in time. Also, make sure you do the very, very, very basics. I used to interview people for my lab that I worked in, and the one thing that always pissed me off is when I would interview people, and I'd be like, what's our lab's acronym stand for? It was the Social Cognitive and Affective Neuroscience Laboratory. Personally, I think you should know the name of the lab you're applying to. But my very first thing was like, hey, by the way, what's SCAN stand for? And they're like, and I'm like, come on, buddy. Like, all of these words are forms of psychology. Like, you should know this. If you Googled our lab at all, you would probably know it. You could probably guess. And I would say about every applicant, I did keep track because I'm petty. Every applicant we ended up accepting, because I got overridden by my manager, that got that question wrong, turned out to be my least favorite employee, so. People are like, that seems so stupid that you're weighing that. I'm like, no, I agree. If someone doesn't remember a name, it's not indicative that they're a horrible employee. I just feel like the people who are applying for this just because they want to apply for something versus like they actually did the basic amount of background research for a job interview. I don't know. I feel like there's something to be revealed there, in my opinion. No, way too much power. See, you are really effed up on that one. That is the definition of no man's land. Like, this man is so far upfield that he can't touch the ball nor defend. He's just sitting in the middle. Unless you're in a fast food industry cashier, getting a first job is much harder. Maybe it's a skill issue. I mean, even as a cashier, it's hard because people just aren't hiring. I think the statistic is out where there's officially fewer jobs hiring than there are people who are unemployed. Because keep in mind, chat, the current unemployment metrics do not track people who are taking on multiple part-time jobs to afford living. Or rather, people who are underemployed. I'm a bot. That's a double. That's my bad. I don't know why I slowed down. I should have just kept going back. $15 likey questions, plus did research in the police force. Good, as you should. I feel like if you don't know the super nitty-gritty stuff, they can teach you that, because they know some of that knowledge you're going to learn, like, on the job. But when you don't know, like, the very basics of the position, I think that's always a red flag for any job. I think it just shows a consideration and conscientiousness about you as a person. That's kind of how I view it. Granted, that's a very psychology way of viewing it, but... Didn't help that the guy on the ground didn't go at all, and then the guy on the floor was... Okay, C's actually cracked out of his mind, I'm not gonna lie. See if her car up, maybe. I chickened out because I saw C keep chasing it, even though he saw me, and I was like, oh, he must be touching it. Dude, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Luckily, that's a goal. Wait, what? Oh. I saw the second guy pre-jump, so I was gonna cut around and go near side. Did not work. Nice, thank you, C. I was like, I could probably air dribble that, but it's not gonna be as good as me just touching it middle, and both those guys are underneath the ball, so they're not gonna be able to aerial. Pass could have been a little bit more direct, but I was like, I don't know how much boost he has. With 0 boost to be able to get that, it's pretty good. All right, 30 seconds, we got it. Suits are classy. I mean, it entirely depends on what you're dressed for. Some of the interviews I've gone to, I didn't wear a tie. I was just rocking like a nice button up and like a blazer. I think that's fine. Part of it was because the first interview I took, I was dressed to the nines, and then I realized none of the people interviewing me were dressed to the nines, and I think they were just kind of like dressed in like workplace casual. The director of sales was in like a hoodie or something. Sag. All right, well. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, as long as you look presentable, I think that's fine. Talking to me about a winter formal. I gotta wear a suit. Make sure you get one. Make sure you go early for suit shopping so you can get something that actually somewhat fits. And if you want to actually buy a suit, which personally I think when you're a teenager it's kind of useless to buy a suit because you're gonna outgrow it in like a year anyway. But yeah. Oh, it's a team skull. Even better. You didn't have to go in person. You can be interviewing in your boxers. I did RLCS team stream in boxers once. Because they told me we had 10 minutes till we went live, and then I got a DM while I was getting changed, and the guy was like, "Actually, hold on, we're back at 30. Are you ready? Talk, we're about to go live." And so I literally just sprinted over to the call, picked up my headset. I was just rocking boxers and my like nice button-up shirt, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Your first line is, "My name is Cross," so just repeat after me.
Hello. Just gonna launch that a little bit. Khaki and polo works 9 out of 10 times. Sure. I feel like working in an industry in which a lot of people I talk to are IT guys. It's really funny how fast I can spot them as compared to the middle management. IT guys have a vibe that I can spot from a mile away within any convention I go to. I'm just like, those are the type of guys who interviewed in a Slayer shirt and jeans. One of my contacts I actually met at one of the conventions in New Mexico was rocking Arizona Cardinals stuff from head to toe. And I was like, hell yeah, brother. All his coworkers were rocking like merch from their company or like a polo or a button up, and then he was just rocking Arizona Cardinals stuff. And you've had the jeans the skinniest stuff ever. I mean, they're either that or they're like super ripped or whatever. Hey, Crazy Taco Sauce. Oh my god, I'm surprised that didn't go on goal. What? That is not the touch I thought you would have. Oh, is the goal so high? I forgot to reset it. Ugh. Do you play Geometry Dash? No. I have parents who love me. I don't play Geometry Dash. They would never have allowed that growing up. Oh no! Sad. You ever play with any pros? When I get back to SSL, I do. There we go. I genuinely don't understand how I don't beat him to that. I'm actually slow. Sure. Okay, I was about to say, I'm like, first guy's gonna get it, and then he missed. And I was like, wait, second guy's gonna get it, and then he also missed. I'm like, all right. Oh. Had a boogie hanging on my nose, chat. Low-key, most annoying thing ever is when you can like exhale out of your nose and feel you got like a little boogie, a bat in the cave, as we say in my family. Nice. And then you got to find a way to like get it out without like drawing attention to yourself. Because all it takes is the wrong timing of someone looking at you, and then you're picking your nose, and people are like, you're picking your nose. I'm like, I'm not. Not digging for gold, I promise. Lux low-key decent. No, Lux is pretty good. I've played with them a couple times. They're like the classic player that's always around my MMR. And they take like pretty clean touches and are pretty like reliable. GC2 is really funny because like 90% of the players are just like not what I would expect them to be. Like, or 90% of the games are. Where like I'll be in GC2 and I'm like, all right, this will be pretty easy to carry out of. And then this guy's like doing like quad resets and whatever, taking brilliant 50s. And I'm like, what? Wow. And then you have me as a teammate who just misses basics. Halfway through that, I realized Knock was waiting for it. Why am I backwards? No one will really know. That's unfortunate. Well, I literally put myself in the worst position ever. His peak is 1923, 1,200 games season, 600 majority of the time, LMAO. He's just like me, I say, lying. 1923 peak is crazy. That's what I'm saying, like, 2s is just so weird. You're playing a GC2, and this man is, like, capable of hitting 1900 2s, and just casually is hanging around this rank anyway. Yes, king. His 2-speak is crazier 2K. This is why it's so funny, because it's like, this guy's like technically smurfing on this account, or he just doesn't grind it as much. But when you have 1,200 games a season, it's not like you're not playing the game, you know? I don't know, just funny to see people like that. I just got some legal document. Oh my. His casual is your ranked? Legit, yeah. He's just playing for goofs. Interesting decision to cut inside or outside on that shot, but okay. Unfortunately, chat, I won't be able to tell you about their fun little sales. Won't be able to leak a multi-million-dollar deals to you guys. Not even for insider trading purposes. Nice. Mine handed them over. I mean, I don't really know what you would be able to do with them. They're not that type of legal stuff. A shot. No insider trading for you. That's only for members of Congress, chat. Did you guys see there is a bet that Matt Stafford would end this guy bet $500 on a bet that would pay out $60K if Matt Stafford finished with more than 1 yard of rushing. And in the final plays of the game, he took a knee to take himself down to 1, or from 2 yards rushing. And then he instead of taking a knee immediately, he backed up an extra yard, took another knee, and it reverted him to 0. So he lost the over 0.5 yards by 0.5. And the guy was like, this has to be rigged. I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, that's the exact type of stuff that makes me never want to do sports betting. Yeah, hey, bass. Well, beyond the fact that gambling destroys lives, but, you know, that's whatever. Bang. That happened with the Jags, too. Oh, I mean, it happens all the time with a bunch of stuff. There's another one with Jalen Brunson where he hit a 3 at the final, and literally as a buzzer, he stole it out of the Spurs' hands and then lobbed it up for like a meaningless 3 at the end of the game, and it ruined the spread and everyone was pissed. And it was probably just Brunson being like, I want another stat. Like, let me get some points at the end. But for everyone else, it looked like he was hustling the ball just so he could specifically screw over the bet. Oh, did put a bet for 1 plus 99 paid 280 and it didn't. Yeah, that's honestly the thing that's the most scummy is like, I think if sports betting's actually paid off, it'd be like whatever. But it's crazy how like sometimes you will 100% win a bet, and then suddenly the sportsbook will be like, no, you didn't. And they're like, what do you mean? You saw I did. And I'm like, no, you didn't. Sorry. And they'll just do everything possible to get you out of actually getting away with a win. Oh, you didn't let me dish that? That's so rigged. Chat, you know what I haven't had in a while, but it's actually a banger sandwich? Pastrami. You guys ever had a pastrami sandwich? Underrated meat. My dad used to make a pretty mean pastrami sandwich. I miss that. The downside of a lot of pastrami is that a lot of pastrami sandwiches come with pastrami on rye with Swiss or something, and rye bread and Swiss cheese are my two least favorites breads and cheeses. So it was always kind of devastating to get to a restaurant and having, because I personally hate being the customization guy. Like, that's why I think there's Harry Met Sally's really funny, because one of Sally's little things is that she always is very particular about how she orders, and that would drive me crazy. I can't do that. I can't get on board with being like, hi, can I have this, but can you customize it this way, and can also change this ingredient out, and also can you do this, and also you can do this, and also can you do this, and also can you do, and I'm like, I can't do that. If anything, I'll hold one thing. Like, I'll ask a lot times if they can hold the avocado, because I don't like avocado and stuff. You see that one popular investor with a white goatee saying sports gambling is the devil, and the guys in the comments are losing it? I mean, they're not wrong, dude. It's temptation. Gambling has destroyed a lot of lives. Analyze U Idaho next season, and P. Grind quals. Honestly, my favorite part about the CRL analyst tag is how many players DM me in text chat. Like, yo, keep an eye out for us next season. U Idaho, yo, keep an eye out for us. University of British Columbia, yo, keep an eye out for us, blah, blah, blah. That's a horrible one. W pass and teammate? It was a W pass. I remember a while back I was playing in a league, and my teammate was very mechanical, and I had a pretty decent shot in a league play match. And he goes, oh, nice shot. And I'm like, no, it could have been better. Just like it was some of the best contact. He's like, no, it was a good shot. And he's like, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's whatever. And he goes, I remember he goes, Jesus Christ, Taco, take the fucking compliment. And I was like, that rewired my brain, low key. I was like, yeah, sometimes you just got to be like, thanks. Aw. Oh. Interesting. I was in front of him and he got behind the read? Oh, I was playing a 50, but I missed because I wasn't playing the shot. Reset? Just kidding. Sorry, buddy. $100 boost mechanical player. He's definitely gonna score. Never mind. I was like, yeah, it's okay. He's got 100 boost. This guy's hitting triple resets. He'll get score this one, and then he just slaps as hard as possible. Almost super unfortunado. First so nice, had to run it twice. What? Okay. If you guys haven't checked national polling, though, there's like a big vibe shift in sports gambling animosity. It turns out the kids are all right. There's a YouTuber I love, Jimmy High Roller. I mentioned him before. I love his stuff, but unfortunately, he gets a lot of money from DraftKings, which, you know, yeah, make your bag, man, but like, it's tough to see. It's actually incredible how many comments on his videos, like, they are entirely positive, and the only negative comments he gets all video is literally just like, this, go to this time code to skip the evil gambling ad. I'm just like, god damn. Like, people are laying into him for taking that. Oh, that was meant to be a lighter touch, but I'm a bot, so. I hate that I know who you're talking about. Guy with the white hair. That's where I'm lost. Wow, that bounce is not what I wanted. Oh, that was actually almost insane. I took it off the ceiling into a double. Bring back sexy? I don't know, man. Sexy's out of stock. It's more of a tariff issue. Trying to bring sexy back into the country. There's not a lot of local stores of it, you know? God dang, I was like, I don't think he's gonna chuck it away that early, and then he chucked it away that early, so. I was like, I know you're gonna be playing off that. I was gonna reset that, but then teammates started backing off, and then the other guys started chasing me, so I'm like, I don't know who's actually going for that. You're gonna fake that. Never mind, you're just gonna hit it right around me. See, you'd be a much better player if you weren't actually empty-headed. What happened here, buddy? You panic hit in the first one, and then you drive past the ball? Just, why are you flipping it all? Just, he doesn't have a play. All right, get the rebound. Nice. Well, that was smart by him, but unfortunately. Oh, hello. No. How many Debbie's have in your career? I don't know. I don't memorize that. Yeah, it's classic. My bad. All right, well, deserved loss from us. I hit that really hard, holy. Sad. 420 scares killed the profit. 420% tariffs killed the profit margin of 69%. Sexy no longer worth it. Yeah, exactly. Yo, I literally just I was on a meeting today with we use a video analytics company, and I was meeting with them as one of our partners, and he was just like, "Yo, you have any clients you're talking to about video analytics?" And I'm like one or two. Why? And he goes, "Oh, because OpenAI bought so many GPUs lately, the price of all of our servers, which are powered by NVIDIA GPUs, is going to go up 40 to 50% February 1st. And I'm like, So he's like, yeah, so if you're trying to close a deal, maybe poke them and say, hey, if you really want to buy this, you have until February, until this basically becomes unaffordable. He's blown away by how expensive that nonsense has gotten. You would get the lightest flipper set of your life. Where are you getting this boost? Oh my god, they're gonna score. That's hilarious. RL reverse. At one point I would expect you to chow, but that's okay. I mean, Lyrics, you're really early on in ranked. Your rank is gonna fluctuate really violently for a while. That's just how ranked works. Oh, I kind of assumed he had that clear. Okay, well, my bad. All right, chat, we're back to the Jamaican coconut method of playing twos, assuming your teammate is the most incompetent person that has ever loaded into this game. Oh my god, that was almost filthy ankle. No, I jumped too late. I was trying to time that with the ball descending so I could lob it up and 45 it, and I jumped too late. Ball was already bouncing off my hood. Cringe. Oh, you were up. Oh, I didn't realize. Not abiding by the Jamaican coconut method. I was not even paying attention to his recovery. Oh my god, he landed on the backboard by the time they cleared that. All right, my bad. I'll take more blame for that than I initially thought. Nice, Arl. Gold. Okay. Oh, Buck, no one loves you. That's crazy. He's still able to get that. Oh, he lost it. Go. Nice. I hate that. No, Valley, no one loves you either. I thought he single jumped. I didn't realize he had to half flip. Teammate drove straight at it, and then he left it for me the last second, and I did not expect him to leave it. Again, should probably just assume he wasn't going to touch it. Meanwhile, other guys can hit that one. That's crazy. That's crazy. This guy actually, oh man, this guy's rock hard, chat. This guy is erect as a human could be right now. He loves getting dominated. He loves being stepped on, chat. He wants to be spit on in his mouth by the opponents. He is little pig boy. Oh yeah, look at him not even getting a touch on his 50 attempts. That's what you do when you are just incredibly horned up, chat. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, chat, he is so horned up. Oh my god, look at this man. Look at this man, chat. He simply does not want to forfeit. It's such a waste of time, dude. What rank are you? This is GC2. 100 boost, and he also misses the clear when he was actually trying for it. Again, just kind of demonstrating what's going on in this game. Oh my god, let me leave. Let me leave. Ah. Wanna goon with me? Nah, I'm good. All right, chat. If we play against our teammate in the last one, RL reverse, and we lose, I'm immediately ending stream and might not ever stream again. So we're just gonna mark that right now. Get it. No, dang it. I want to get that guy on the other team so I can just get a quick frustration dub out of the way and then be able to move on. My day. Wow, finger slipped off left stick on that one. I'm going to take that a little softer, but I wasn't entirely convinced I was going to be able to get away with that. You want to catch that? He almost did. He recovered way better than I thought he would. That's actually happening a lot in GC2, and I kind of get bamboozled by it. Players who get like a super weak flick and therefore recover actually way faster than I'd expect them to. Because I'm like, oh, they flipped into the play. They're going to be recovering weird, and then they just don't because they're still have like a very short recovery off their first flick. Catch. Nice. Gamer. Okay, you don't reset, that's fine. Bump. Okay. Kind of an awkward 50. Young Buck play the flick. Well done. How are you catching up to me? I'm genuinely curious on that. Hello? Oh. Well, hope you get scored on there. Nice dunk. Well done. That's what happens. Bro, it's just chasing bumps. All right, I can feel my lack of sleep coming in now, Chad. I'm starting to really lose it on these fine touches. Nice. Just gonna rush this. All right, well, that's fine, Young Bucks. Nice. Wake up. Yeah, can't do it. Part of the adjustment, Chad, is learning how to actually get... God, you're so virginous, dude. Okay. Put that. These people. These people. Out of my parents have 2K plus hours in Rocket League and only in Plat. That's insane. That's not nearly as bad as the guy who was in my comments the other day and said they're diamond after 10,000 hours. Literally every single in the comment section was like, what are you doing? The guy goes, bro, no, it's not a big deal. And it's like I don't defend hours, but 10,000 hours and you're not out of diamond yet? I don't know. Like maybe you're doing something wrong. The worst one is that guy that Sunless interviewed a while back or whatever, or the gold of 10,000 hours. And the guy was actively blaming his teammates. And I'm like, I'm sorry, buddy, but you would literally, if you never played a ranked game ever and played for 10,000 hours of just free play, you'd still be able to like rank up by yourself. You got like 12K? I got 14K. I have a lot of hours. All right, dope. My first sale is being processed right now. Got the contract coming my way tomorrow, and apparently the company screwed up on the back end. They asked for references to contact of like companies that we've done this type of deal with before, and so I gave them that. But then they contacted one of my references, but they listed the wrong company. So instead of my company, they listed some competitor. And so our reference was like, "Is this a junk mail? Because like this isn't a company we work with. What the heck?" Almost 2,000 years in game. Yeah, I have 2 times 525,600 minutes. Is that a reference tracks for anyone who's under the age of 30? I don't think so. Already paid your rent? You see the Bills game? Yes, sir, I did. You already paid your rent? Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that. My dream, low-key, though, is to get a massive commission check deposited into my account after winning a sale and just paying out my rent for the year. Just being like, yo, don't bother me for the next 8 months. Bang. I feel like that'd be a crazy power move to the leasing company. I mean, I could still invest in everything. I just would invest the money I didn't spend on rent. Because you're spending money on rent either way. Would be any interest on that one? I guess. When are we saying Jinxie times Danger Taco when I'm anywhere remotely as famous as Musty? No problem. Easy save. Oh no, he landed on the crossbar. Works. Got pushed off the cross post, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm I'd take just being able to finish the month with more than 3 digits of money in my bank account. Which will be easy once I get the several thousands of esports checks paid out to me. I've been waiting for one of them for like 4 weeks. Sick challenge, by the way. Hey, it's not been 6 weeks, but it's definitely like 3 weeks late. Always fun to... It's always fun to email companies that owe you money, and they're just like, oh my god, dude, I had no idea that New Year's and Christmas and the holiday break, that happens every year? It's like, yeah. Like, oh, sorry, we just didn't plan to pay you in that timeline. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it'll take into the new year, and then the new year comes like, oh my god, dude, we're just trying to get back in the flow of things, you know? So, like, don't worry, we'll get it to you soon. And I'm like, buddy, it's the second, almost third week of the month, and you're still not paying me out. Like, let's go. Preston, there's so many instances of esports not paying me that the answer to that is probably no. In terms of the job I did that I was editing for a company, then no, they never paid me because they're scumbag. Also, they're folding, so maybe they should rot in hell. Scummy ass company, dude. That's why whenever my friends are like, oh, I'm working with an esports startup, you want to help us out? I'm like, no, because you guys are never good for the money. And as much fun as it is to help out of the goodness of my heart, if you promise me money, I'm going to expect it, you know? Isn't that crazy? Oh, I definitely float past, but okay. Uh-oh. Oh. My depth perception was cucked. I saw JT in the air, and I was like, oh, he's airling for it, and he was actually just flipping way over. That's crazy pre-jump, I'm not gonna lie. BJ or whatever his name is, that guy's actually locked in. Dude, there's no way. Dude. Yeah, and it also hurts because I put on the timeline, like, yeah, esports sucks, and people are like, oh my god, you should name and shame them, because then they'll won't rob you blind in the future. It's like, well, the thing is like, it basically guarantees you'll never get hired again by that company, which it's kind of like the gambit you have to play with a freelancer. Like, do you wait and get paid and complain behind the scenes or and eventually get paid? Or do you get paid quickly or potentially not paid at all and then out them? And people are like, well, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, the thing is, like, if people actively rip me off, yeah, I'll call them out. I'll be like, these guys suck. But a lot of people just don't get, like, these companies don't have to pay you. And they're like, well, why didn't you do a contract? I'm like, well, because in the life of a freelancer, especially when you're not tier one, these aren't like super stable financial places. They will give you a contract, but it's not guaranteed you're gonna get paid by X time or whatever. But like, that's the thing that bothers me the most is like people will act like all the tier one guys. I love the RLCS guys, but they're really do not know what it's like on the other side. Where they're just like, you're doing a gig without a contract? I can't ever imagine doing that. You should really get your agent to draw one up. Hey, idiot, I don't have an agent. Because the only people who get signed are people at tier one. A bunch of the agents from the agents that represent RLCS follow me on Twitter. But you know why I've never got a DM, never got an email to join? Because I'm not tier one. I guarantee the moment I get put on RLCS, I'm gonna get one of their agents knocking on my door, and I'm gonna tell them to kick rocks because you didn't fucking believe in me beforehand, so screw you. I admire your gameplay more and more each time I see you. Trying to push your champs boom difficult, but you're one of the peeps that I try to absorb and from much love, Taco. Hi, Birdie! Sorry, you came in mid-rant. Uh-oh! I think we're done. I forgot how open this map is. What the heck? This map is not really worth it. It's kind of fun scenically, but... Wow, just parked it right on there. That was like a GTA trick. Or stunt or whatever. Whoa. What's this map called? It's Rings 2 by DMC, the same guy who makes Rings that I normally do. Whoa. You just been solo queuing? Looks like it from Birdie. Oh my god. Forgot. Oh, this is why I remember this map below, is because it doesn't reset you to the last thing. It resets you all the way to the beginning anytime you reset. Cringe. Hi, Moro. Show for Champ and 2s. I honestly don't know any of them are below GC. I think Champ is like 1100. Because GC nowadays I think is 1465 for GC. So Champ would be like 300 MMR below that, so it'd be like 1100. Roughly. Okay. Whoa, whoa. What the? Controls felt a little wonky there for a second. I think I changed my camera angle. I was not expecting that angle. Div 1 is 1075. Do it. Whoa. Okay. Got the turn you can't really go that fast in. The tech that I saw someone do in a speedrun of this is instead of slowing down this curve, you just ram into the side of one of these rings on the turn and it bounces you back through the rest of them. And I was like, that's actually insane. Especially considering that's not like a reset you do and you like save some time. Like if you have to reset, it ruins your whole run. So you have to like master doing that consistently enough. Oh. Hey, local. Trying to read chat and do these rings, not always the best advice. I feel like that was Mizu. I mean, I know Mizu did some speedruns of this. Unless he just does it too. I think it's like that's like the tech you have to hit when you're speedrunning the map. Like I think it's like kind of a necessary thing. So if he's trying to do a speedrun, then that's what you'd have to do. It's amazing seeing a YouTube streamer or a streamer reply to the YouTube chat, not the Twitch. Well, I read both. I think streamers who don't read their chat at all are very weird. I don't know why you would even bother streaming on multiple cases if you're not even going to try to read. At least read two. You know, read like Twitch and YouTube, Twitch and TikTok, YouTube, whatever. It's always kind of weird when you stream to multiple sources and just kind of ignore one. Like, I understand if you have like a bunch of viewers, but I know some streamers, and I know for a fact their metrics on both of their streams, and they are not like, they are not popping like that, you know? Oh. No dunk for me. Nice flick. I won't name drop him. There's a lot. No, I mean, yeah, don't name drop. No trash talk. It just, streamers just have a lot on their mind. I gotta say, until you guys have actually tried to stream and like talk to a chat and focus on all this different stuff while you're talking to yourself or answering questions, it's very hard to focus. I always play way worse on stream than off stream. But the thing is like, if you're streaming, you gotta read. You know, the whole point of streaming is interaction. Oh, you got a slightly lighter touch than I thought he would. What? Bro, clotheslined me. That was crazy. Thank you, Gold. Seen you on Twitch? Oh, nice. W marketing. Teammate, I would have loved it if you rotated back. Bro was just squaring up for no reason in the corner. Oh no. Oh. I saw him falling out of goal. I was like, wait a minute. Are they just gonna let me have that shot? Alright, that'll roll for you, buddy. Nice. Keep forgetting too, Split Main's just gonna go for the ball no matter what. Oh. Not gonna lie, teammate, you're taking a little too long, so I was like, okay, I guess you're not gonna go. Okay. This teammate's gonna be playing really passive, so I'm gonna have to participate that. Good. Did you get the bump? Nice. Land, jump. Perfect. Oh my god, I was playing the 50 and that guy went low. That's super sad. Nice. Nice. Oh, buddy, that's why you grab pads. That's why you grab pads. Oh, he ruined it. Never mind. Ah, good touch. You have to go now. Go now. Go now. On port. I don't know if teammate has grabbed a pad yet, and bro just slalom through 6 pads on the way to miss 60, 70 boosts to be able to try to go for the corner that was not there. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's freebie. That's a weird one. What an incredibly unforced error. Fuck, it's that, and then for some reason both of them go to the same corner and bump into each other. That's crazy. That's why rotate near post is still a problem even in higher ranks. Oh no, buddy, that's what's called no man's land. You can't drive out. You have no boost. Like, that wasn't the best 50, but I don't know. When people chow that, it's like, where do you expect that second guy to be? All right, I'm gonna leave you that boost. You just have to get the ball over top. What? But he said faking and then he didn't fake it. Trying to stay close. Bump? Ah, he just stood still. You left it! That's crazy, dude. New Year's resolution is avocado too. I'm gonna try like birdie. That's a horrible New Year's resolution, I'm sorry. Oh no. All right, I'm gonna queue threes until we lose, and then I'm gonna go get off stream. Stream has now been successful. We are down to the really yikes one. Wait, cash was just deposited to your inbox. Did I finally get paid from esports? Let's check, chat. Nope. What the frick got deposited then? I have a bank account monitoring app, but the problem is it's so delayed that sometimes I'll get paid from something, and then like 2 full days later, it's like, you just got paid, and I'm like, what? I'm like, no, I didn't. And then I check and I get all excited. I'm like, oh, one of my paychecks, one of my invoices came through. Nope. I got all excited. I was like, oh my God, I don't know why they would pay me right now, but whatever, check hit. And it was not there. After hearing your opinion on OLED and going and looking at when I finally pulled the trigger and ordered one, let's go. See, like, yeah, it's something that's really hard to look at online and be like, because the thing is, I always laugh is when like OLED commercials show like what the OLED looks like on a screen that you're watching on a non-OLED screen, you know what I mean? And then you're just like, oh. And then when you look at it in store, you're like, oh, like that's why it's like the newest tech or whatever. It's so pretty, dude. It's so pretty. I'm glad. Is it currently in your possession, or did you like order it and it's being delivered? Did I tell you I got a PC? Let's go. Join the PC master race. What we like to hear. Oh. I'll be here tomorrow. Let's go. Honestly, my favorite type of day. I remember I was, my custom PC got delivered early, and it got delivered to my doorstep, in the middle of a Chicago winter. And I was terrified that the snow, like, got to it or whatever. Guy just plopped it outside and, like, texted me, like, 2 minutes later, oh, by the way, I dropped over your PC. And I'm like, buddy, like, this could be broken. I was gonna be so pissed. I waited a couple weeks for it to get delivered, and then suddenly, like, you know, I'm gonna open it up, and it's just gonna be like completely obliterated. Just need diaper money for the kids you don't have yet. It would help if we could clear. Yeah, the game does get... I think when you switch to PC for the first time, you don't really notice the improvement immediately, and then you go back to console, and then you go, and then you're like, whoa, how was I ever playing on this? That was me playing on my PS4 with my college roommate after I was playing on PC for months. I was like, I genuinely don't even understand how I was ever able to play on a console with this much input delay. Ah, I just missed the top corner. Sure. Hello, Sergeant James Dukes. It's me, I'm back. You are back. Unfortunately, you might be on the last game of the stream because I have committed to ending it if I lose this. But honestly, even if I win it, I think I'm going to get off the stream. Sundays to Mondays tend to be my worst sleep day, so Monday streams tend to be like pretty good for about like 30 minutes, and then my brain just can't keep up with the energy usage. I did the screen tearing is gone, and I feel like I can actually hit it when I want to. Yep. Yeah, lack of input delay and the consistency in frame rate is like the greatest thing. Next thing is getting a monitor that can handle like 144 hertz. That literally like makes such a massive difference. That's like the one thing that PC gaming has ruined me for. Like frame rate wise, if a game is playing at like, especially a fast moving game, like you cannot play this game on anything less than 144 once you go there. You have 100 hertz, nice. What the? Nice. I thought he hit it high because the guy on the backboard like went up. Maybe it was to dodge the demo he saw coming across, but I don't even know. Jokes, I don't know what your name actually is because YouTube is doing the thing where it's showing people's actual ats and not their display names, so I don't 100% remember who you are. Uh-oh, you're not good. Teammate casually wall dashing. He's gonna double that, but I was like, that's not worth. Sent you money to time me out. I sent you $12,000 in 2 hours. Well, I know you didn't do that because you can't donate more than $500 in one day. Okay. We don't want to win tonight's game. I want the Texans, but apparently Stroud has already been getting abused by the defense, so. Oh, they sent me to timeout. I don't know if it was $1,250, but I do remember vaguely that. Close one. I do not have that. How was Dark Day? I do not remember that name, but I remember this scenario you're describing. Not the open shot, and you hit it the lightest thing possible. Wait, they threw? Oh my god, that's crazy. Where are you from? The United States. I will quintuple whatever the last minute donation is. Well, Matt L. The kids strap. Yeah, I mean, that's a joke that I'm glad is gone. Bits are fine once or twice when it's every stream. It's just like, all right, I get it, buddy. Can't stand gimmicks. Oh my god, I don't know why we didn't take that. You trying to queue? I'm trying to get off this game and never play again, Shaq. I'm going to bed. And by going to bed, I mean not gaming anymore. I might try to play Divinity Original Sin off stream. I'm trying to get into that game, but man, the combat is just not it for me. But I'm just trying to fight through it. I think it's just like adjusting to turn-based combat, like actual turn-based combat, you know? You know what I really want right now? I want like fried chicken, you know? Or fried rice. A nice little crispy pork fried rice. Ooh. Ooh, chat. I'm telling you, cooking. Oh, not the 100 boosts on the sidewall, man. I think everyone involved in that game should not live. Anyway, night.